Hi there everyone, thanks for checking out my video. I have actually been meaning to make this video for quite some time. In fact, I've been scribbling notes down since 2018 to make this review video, and that's for the surf film A View from a Blue Moon. So when this film was announced, I was totally psyched for it. I actually rushed out and pre-ordered the Blu-ray and DVD set, so that's what it looks like there. Inside there, you actually get a Blu-ray, well, DVD and a Blu-ray copy. Little Brain Farm sticker there, which I never used. But Brain Farm is the studio that filmed this film. And what's really cool is there's just a nice background there behind the discs. So nice little set there. As you can see, I was totally psyched when the trailer came out. I would highly recommend you check out the trailer. If you don't get around to the film, I will link the trailer link in this video description. So I would highly recommend that you give yourself the 3 minutes just to check it out. It is very well worth the time, and yeah, you'll not regret it at all. So the film summary is as follows. The first film, shot in 4K, View from a Blue Moon, follows the world's most dynamic surfer, John Florence, and his closest friends from his home on the North Shore of Oahu to his favourite surfing destinations around the globe. From the dreamy blue perfection of the South Pacific to the darkest uncharted waters of Africa and everywhere in between, Florence faces a broad spectrum of emotions as he continues to seal his legacy as one of the most gifted surfers ever. And while the young Hawaiian is pulled in increasingly different directions, there is no form of pressure that will keep him from his ultimate goal, to redefine what is possible in the ocean. So on to the actual review of the film. So it came out on the 11th of November back in 2015, and as I stated, stars John Florence, or John Florence, and is along with his brothers and many other famous surfers as well that are credited. The film begins with a great actual intro of, I believe it is John as a child surfing the North Shore, and it's honestly probably one of the coolest parts of the film, seeing him as a child surfing these waves and like just having an awesome time on the North Shore. It is actually what kind of inspired me to recently, for one of my most recent videos, using Jack Johnson's Seasick Dream song in a film video, in a surfing video, as that song is used in that intro. And it's very uplifting, it's happy, and it's really like just like clearly an awesome childhood surfing on the North Shore of Hawaii. One of my favourite parts in that is also a great transition where the young John will duck dive under a wave, and then they transition that into him emerging as his grown self on the other side, and that's when it goes into the montage of him surfing, I believe it would be Pipeline, or the North Shore at least. The intro then follows with John. It's a brief summary of like him, and it talks about his lifestyle, what he's up to, and this part I found very engaging and really awesome to see just a brief summary of his life and what he's done thus far. And then it transitions into an awesome credit scene where it's all slow motions under waves, and it's very cinematic and shows what this film is going to be able to like capture underwater. So the quality of the production is amazing. However, there from out, I actually feel that the film drops a little bit. I actually had anticipated a lot more story-driven elements, and that we would have got to learn a little bit more about himself, and there would be a bit more rounded story to the film. I felt a little disappointed in terms of that regard. Do not get me wrong, the visuals and everything are incredible, but after this moment, it is essentially just a surfing montage. Now, if you're a surfer and you love watching surfers perform in waves, then of course, you're gonna love it. But for the everyday viewer, it may drag a little bit for someone that's not as much into surfing. But look, after that, they go to Western Australia, which features a lot of aerial surfing. They're surfing onshore wind conditions, so it's just bumpy conditions where they're just trying to get as high as they can. That's pretty awesome. And then there's a lot of transition shots of the scenery and locations they are. Going to South Africa, then to Brazil. He's joined by Felipe Toledo. And then after that, they go to a location they simply list as the Mother Continent, or the Dark Continent, which has been hinted at as somewhere in Africa with Geordie Smith. Of course, the waves are incredible. They're a bit secretive about that location, but a lot of people are pretty sure it's Africa somewhere. And then finally, we return back to Pipeline, and of course, being his backyard and playground, he just dominates that wave and knows every little part. Like I said, I find that the story aspect is a little disappointing and lacking in the film, which I would have really loved to have seen more. But of course the cinematography is incredible. Being the first 4K, entirely 4K surf film, it would be something that you would actually kind of expect to see in a like a JB Hi-Fi or like a TV store or something that you would have running in the background just showing the visuals of this film, but you don't really need to hear what's going on, you see. So that's kind of where I was a bit bummed out. The film abruptly ends, unfortunately. It just like kind of almost cuts and oh, we're done. So I thought that was a bit like jarring, but like I said, there's no real story aspect, so I guess it's not really too much of an issue. Finally, just a few fun facts. The film required 250 terabytes. Yeah, terabytes of data. So yeah, a lot of film and a lot of footage was captured. And according to Paizel, so that's the shaper that John uses, they broke 60 to 70 surfboards in this one film. Considering all the airs and the amazing waves that he's in, like it wouldn't really surprise me that he broke so many. So yes, in conclusion and overall, the film can drag a little bit. It's lacking in the story, however the visuals are incredible. If you just love watching you know, amazing surfing and amazing waves, you're gonna love this film. But I do just want to inform you that I was personally a little disappointed, looking for a bit more of a story and, you know, progression aspect and not just a simple surf montage. So highly recommend that you check it out, even just the one time. Unfortunately, Brain Farm, as in the studio, doesn't seem to exist anymore and not very active. So purchasing the physical copy may be a challenge, but I know there are mediums online that you can find that on now. As previously stated, check out the trailer. You won't be disappointed. It's amazing. Give yourself those few minutes. Just lock yourself away. Watch it. You will not be disappointed. You know, you probably have a lot of time right now to check this out, so I would highly encourage it. Thank you very much for checking out my video. I hope to make more reviews like this in the future as well. Take care, and I'll see you next time.